Hey there, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of Frontier Michigan. And today we are talking about the VC turbo engine. NHTSA closes probe into the Nissan VC turbo engine problems, 444,000 vehicles recalled. Back in December of 2023, the Office of Defects Investigation opened a probe into allegations of VC turbo engine failures. At the time, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration was aware of 6 owner questionnaires and multiple field reports from customers of Nissan and Infiniti vehicles who experienced a variety of issues with said power plants, including complete failures. Said problems can be traced back to the manufacturing defects in specific bearings and supporting components, including the A, C, and L link bearings. Although the Japanese automaker introduced a number of manufacturing process changes over time, customers of vehicles powered by variable compression lumps, and they are lumps, continue to experience issues. The investigation climaxed June of 2025 with recall number 25V437, a campaign that comprises of 443,899 vehicles produced for the model years of 2019 through 2024 for the United States market. So it sounds like these issues are US only. Does Nissan not use the KR series engines outside the US? May have to look into that. Affected nameplates include Nissan's brands Rogue crossover, the Ultima sedan, and 2 crossovers from Infiniti, those being the QX50 and the QX55. The Rogue uses a 3-cylinder version of the KR, which would be the KR15 instead of the KR20. Following this recall, INSA's Office of Defects Investigation decided to close its preliminary evaluation into the described concern. The documents uploaded by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration revealed some pretty interesting details that Nissan had not shared in the recall documentation shared back in June of 2025. That is interesting. I wonder why Nissan did not share the specific details of the failure with the recall notice that was sent out to owners. You would think that would be pretty crucial information to say, hey, we know what's wrong. Let's send this out as a reason why we're doing the recall, and not just, hey, your engine might blow up. Come in. For starters, the failure report summary lists 12 crashes and or fires caused by the VC turbo engine issues. But more interestingly, the Office of Defects Investigation is presently aware of 1,878 incidents which caused by VC turbo engine issues. The report further highlights that the safety boffins at the Office of Defects Investigation reserve the right to take additional action if warranted by future circumstances. That could possibly be extending the recall into 2026 and 2025. That could be fines. Who knows what that action could be? So the article further goes on to state, as part of the recall, dealers are to inspect the infected engines for metal debris in their oil pans. If no such debris is detected in the oil pan of the 3-cylinder KR15DDT, service technicians will gladly replace the oil pan's gasket, the engine oil, and upload new software to the ECU module. It kind of sounds like a band-aid to a manufacturing defect with bearings, but maybe there's something they could do with the ECU tuning and how it uses that variable compression to relieve stress on said bearing. So in a way I can understand it, but it seems like a band-aid. Owners and leasees of vehicles equipped with the four-pot KR20DDET will be treated to a fresh engine oil if there is no metallic debris in the oil pan. As for engines where debris is present, a replacement should take around 15 hours to complete at no charge of the customers. Well, that's because it's a recall, and recalls are essentially mandatory, so the manufacturer has to eat that. Notification letters will be mailed no later than August 25th of 2025. Owners and customers who have had any work done on their VC turbo engines prior to the recall going official on June 27th may be eligible for reimbursement, though only as long as they provide adequate proof of payment. So if you own one of these vehicles, what they're saying is keep your receipts, especially if you've had work done for this issue before June of 2025, June 27th. So keep your receipts, keep your records. It's important. Both members of the KR family continue to be used in the U.S. market, Nissan and Infiniti vehicles. The KR15 remains exclusive to the Rogue, whereas the larger and punchier mill powers the Murano, the QX60, the QX55, and QX50. The Murano belts out 241 horse at full chatter compared to the 268 in the Infiniti branded models. Well, I wouldn't trust any variable compression engine just from the complexity alone and the added stress of more moving parts. It's more mass, more moving parts in an engine, so physics tell me it's not going to hold up as long. As for the three-cylinder KR15 in the Rogue, that would produce around 201 horsepower in low compression mode, and high compression mode reduces displacement by dropping the stroke, thus improving efficiency. The EPA claims 33 miles per gallon, but it's a V6 turbo, it's 200 horsepower. You know, it's not as overstressed as, say, the three-cylinder in the Yaris, but it's got more moving parts which break down, clearly. So that's what they're doing. They're basically doing an oil change gasket, and if you have the three-cylinder, they're doing a calibration update on the ECU. This article comes from Auto Evolution. It is what it is. At least they're addressing it. Although it's a shame that, an interesting idea for an engine would have this many issues and failures. I've seen these things on YouTube fail as low as 60,000 miles or even sooner. This kind of feels in a way like GM changing the oil in the 6.2. But it is what it is. Thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time. Stay safe out there, everybody.